Well, folks, I'm back. And we're going to be talking about a macho problem in America. Those that appoint themselves to mete out justice as they think it should be meted out. Vigilante justice is not ordained by God. Vigilante justice is not okay by God. The problem is somebody has a problem with something and they try to play God and they're going to deal with it in their way and think that they have God's blessing. That's scary stuff. We're never ever supposed to take matters into our own hands. Ever. See if I even have sound or broadcasting ability. I'm not seeing any views. Do we have anybody? Anybody here? Give me a thumbs up or leave a comment in the chat room. We got one person watching. Can anybody hear audio? Is my YouTube showing sound? Anybody copy going once? Anybody copy going twice? Wow, it's slow for people to show up. I guess we'll find out soon enough. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you hear the avocado speak? Anybody? Anybody? Can anybody hear the bananas speak? Going once, going twice. Yes, we have no bananas. We have no bananas today. Oh boy, so YouTube is glitching. Why is it this banana's hard as stone? Do we have any sound? Testing 1, 2, 3. If we got sound, give me a thumbs up or leave a comment. We got thumbs up. Thank you. When all else fails, when life's got you down, eat a banana. Banana's nature's most perfect food. Lots of potassium. Bananas don't make you fat. They don't give you cholesterol. They don't give you heart condition. Bananas are absolutely perfect food. I'm telling you. I ate them in the Philippines. I ate them in Hong Kong. Hey, Steaks McGee, how are you? But you can hear me and see me. That's good. That's good. I want to talk about men in America that don't like something and they think they're going to be vigilante justice. We're going to talk about that tonight. I'm going to chat with y'all, but we're going to get into some heavy-duty stuff. How are you, Savage? Good to see you. I'm all right. I got my lawn mowed. I mopped, swept all my concrete floors and mopped. My air conditioner's working way better now that I got it fixed. And it's cooling the house more evenly. I had no idea there was a problem with it. It's not running and running and running and running. My house smells good. Good to see you, Savage. Hello, Paula. How are you? Hey, we're all hanging in there, 51. I like the name Savage. I was friends with a lady here named Miss Savage. She was friendly, though, when she wanted something, sadly. That's the bad thing. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. So I got a death threat today. It was veiled. It was by dull_grunt. They always pick stupid names that showed a doggy face with a hoodie on it and said, basically, that God's going to get me. And he made a threat, a direct threat against my life. And I got on his channel and said, do not make threats. You have been reported. Oh, that's fine. You can report me all I want. But if I ever see you in public and my daughter asks me anything, I'll just tell her. And I'm like, my daughter, what is this clown fool talking about? Hello, Snapshot. Well, Joseph, you know what? I would suggest that you go to the place where that's prevalent. This is not the penis channel. Sorry. Good grief. Hello, Ann. Let me see. Paula, good. I'm glad you're here. So, I don't like men playing tough with me. I'm not a threat to anybody. I'm not. I've always been on the bad side of grown men trying to threaten. Now they're doing it on YouTube. Then he did it again. So I reported again, and unfortunately I can't publish the comment on here because when you report it, it deletes. YouTube can still see the comment that was made. And these people are stupid because people say, well, Mike, don't worry about the trolls. I post that because if something happens to me, that's a starting place. They could start with the ID, go through a server, find out where that was done at. You know, when you are on the internet, you leave a fingerprint. It does, Savage. It's crazy. Paula, but and I understand that, but what bothers me is there are grown men that think, I'm going to kill all the fags and I'm going to kill all these cross-dressers. Who appointed you God? And why are you so phobic? You know, I can understand if somebody's coming up and grabbing you and touching you, but that's not okay. I don't have an interest in men. I dress the way I want to dress because I like to do it. I can actually stand here and feel the cold air blasting out of here. That is amazing. I had no idea it was a simple fix. I feared the worst last night. Yeah, Sticks, you know, there's things I don't like. Okay? There's a lot of things I don't like. There's political leaders I don't like. But if they live next door to me, I'm not going to threaten them. I'm not going to do that. Men talking tough that they'll, you know, I'm going to kill that FAGGOT. For what? What did he do to you? Nothing. I just don't like gay boys. Oh, so you're God and you get to do what you want? I'm going to say something about this country. There's a lot of grown men like that in this country. And guess what? Those are not well-adjusted males. That is not the definition of manhood, and they do not walk in the Holy Spirit. You don't have to like something, but when you're going to kill somebody or you're going to threaten to beat them up and do them harm, you're not well. You are not well. There's too many people in the U.S. I believe in the right to keep and bear arms. However, I notice there's a false machismo that goes with that. A lot of people brag about their guns, a lot of tough talking, and I don't like that. Now, I liked living in Hong Kong and meeting men from around the world in Hong Kong, from Pakistan, from India, from Ethiopia. None of them were playing posturing. Not one of those guys. Not Filipinos that I met. It was neat to be in a city where you met men that you could just get along with them. There wasn't this need to posture. And I hate that about America. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it's a fault. It's a fault. Well, that's not all Islam snapshot. That's white boys in America being that way too. That's a fact. And I don't like it. I'm gonna call it out. Savage, because some people feel like they're going to take care of everything and play God. It's crazy. And just because you can beat up somebody or you can shoot somebody does not make you a man. Yeah, I like the song by Kenny Rogers, Coward of the County. The boy tries to avoid trouble. But when they were taking turns at his Becky, that's when he said, okay, this isn't going to fly. And he knocked out every Gatlin boy. There wasn't a Gatlin boy standing. That is a totally different thing. Totally different thing. Hi, Chris. Thank you for that, Savage. Can I ask, where are you from? And if it's okay, your age. If you're not good with that, that's okay. What state or country? We got a lot of people from Ireland, Scotland, UK, Britain, and New Zealand, and Canada, and Australia, and I love it. Michigan, right on. I lived in Minnesota for years in Duluth on Lake Superior. I miss Lake Superior very much. That big, giant, cold body of fresh water was exhilarating. It gets so hot in the south, I like to think of jumping in it. 29, right on. Oh, to be in my 20s again. Now that stuff is good. Bubbly burst. You can't get it anymore. Now you can get it in the flavored bottles. And I got a soda stream that Bridge gave me, and I can put carbonation in it. Thank you, Sticks. I appreciate that. But no man has the right to threaten, intimidate, kill, or beat up somebody that he doesn't like. I don't like that. Hi, Beth. I don't like that at all. That is not a well-adjusted man. That's a jerk. That's a guy who needs to be in the prison system. That's a man that should not have a gun. Let me say it again. That's a man that should not have a gun. Hello, Clem. How are you? I don't believe that men that are walking around being tough and insecure should own a weapon. At all. And there are gun rights activists that would disagree with me. Hello, Lone Wolf. How are you? Absolutely. And whether it's Dole_Grant or all these other cronies on YouTube running their mouth, you don't make threats. You do not make threats. And I don't believe in doing that. Are there 700,000 slaves in Africa now? Where? Hey, Beth, I'm all right. How are you? Hello, Gabby. How are you? Clem, I didn't monetize because I need a college degree to figure out the YouTube studio. Then I got to place ads. I don't want my channel drowning in ads and all that. I have Cash App. My Cash App is one word, Pacific Ocean Asia 77. You can send cash that way. And thank you, Clem, if you feel so inclined. I don't charge for memberships. I didn't monetize because it's a pain in the tutti frutti. But I don't feel comfortable around men that want to impress me how bad they are. How buff they are. That's just insecurity screaming out loud. I don't feel comfortable around men like that. Never have. Because I don't feel like I have anything to prove on a macho front. Give me some of these grown men that are running their mouth. Get them. Put them in the warehouse with me. Shut your mouth about how tough you are and watch me move. Watch me work. And those grown men that are all, trying to get everybody to fear them, they couldn't do what I do. What is the definition of tough? Tough is when you face your fears, you face the garbage, and you still keep going. That's tough. And men can do it, and women can do it with the power of God. I bet that was fun today. Really lone wolf. I remember Kevin Bacon vaguely. Wasn't he in, was he in Footloose? Yeah, he left stupid dull _ grunt left threat. He said, I hope I meet you in public. You will never forget it. And I'm like, ooh, I don't like that. And then something like God's going to deal with you. And I went on his channel. I said, don't be making threats. I reported you. And then he made another threat. I can't remember exactly how it was, but basically that he was going to kill me without using the word kill. And I said, you've been reported. He said, that's fine. I'll just explain to my daughter when they ask what happened to you. I'm like, my daughter, who is this guy and who is he talking about? Daughter. Number one, Michael does not hang around children. Number two, I'm not pursuing a relationship with men, gay-wise. Number three, I dress feminine because I like to do it. Number four, to the asshats on the internet that got a problem with it, don't watch the channel. Hi, Sarah. Welcome from the UK, and how are you? Cruella! That cute lady from Florida. They won't. They're the internet wannabe gangstas. And it could be Andrew. Andrew's very clever at making mass production of IDs. Hello, Leo. Welcome also from the UK. And people say you shouldn't mention it. I do. And I post. When I see threats like that, I post it. Something happens to me, somebody say, hey, start with this ID right here. Start right there. Now it's just idiots. Cruella, you're right. That's right, Leo. And I prayed today. I said, God, put a hedge of protection around me. Thank you, Jaden. I don't like that stuff, though. I don't. It's like I don't threaten anybody. I'm not a threat to anybody. And people, wow. I mowed my backyard and raked and cleaned it up. Look at this, ladies. You guys are going to laugh. Look at what I bought. Pink. I've never tried this. Riot. Thank you for that, Ann. I appreciate that. People are crazy. I mowed my yard. I raked it. Thank you, Clem. It's actually not bad today. It's like 87 degrees. But I did all my yard today. A little different than what you saw the other day with the storm. Cleaned it up real good. It's hot, but it's not as hot as last weekend. Last weekend was ridiculous. Too early for that stuff. And it's not even summer yet. I think summer starts tomorrow. Crazy. Isn't that weird? Summer doesn't start until June 21st. But around here, the summer's well underway. I raked all this. You can even see the rake marks. I love having this area clean. The cats are hanging out back here more and more. Shoot, I ought to put a bunch of cat houses back there. It's too hot to hang out today, but that sun is scorching. Look at this. Look at all these shoots coming up. I just cleaned all those out, and now we got a whole family of them. I want to see if I can pull one of those and start a row down here. I got to see if I can do that. Cactus. Yes. Hello, fallen angel. Look at that. There's my sweet eye. I can cook bacon on the hood of my car. That's awesome. Cruella's car grilled bacon. I like that. I'll eat some. So $645 last night. Replaced this and added a pound of refrigeration. This is a capacitor. He said it starts to go. It's going all right, Fallen. It is hot, Cruella. I mopped all my floors. And it makes the house smell better. I bleach mop everything. I bleach mop all the floors, swept everything, and got to work on my puzzle tomorrow. Maybe we'll do it tonight when we do the chat. Who knows? Thank you, Fallen. Fallen, you live in a cool, quiet town in the outback. Ekacha, if I'm saying it right, on the river. I would love to go there because I'm not, as I get older, I'm not into the big cities. Ekacha sounds like that'd be. What's the closest airport, Fallen? What time is it? It's 5:21 in the morning, 5:21 in the afternoon. Thing I like about your town is it's quiet. It'd be fun to take walks and just explore away from the crush of humanity. Ichuka, okay. So that must be, is it Aboriginal? Hello, Danola, how are you? What's the closest airport? If I was to fly to Australia, where would I fly to? Hi, Ann. Pegram. Wow. Clem, where are you at? Chorest. It means meeting of the waters in Aboriginal. What is chorest? Hi, Finch. How are you? Barbecue jerk chicken. Really? Oh, Cruella. How fast can I be to Florida? Dinner at Cruella's. We ought to play the Jetsons music. Dun, 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 dun. Luciana! Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in like ever. Hi, Mark. How are you? Welcome, Mr. Preston. Tullamarine Airport. Where is that, Fallen? Is that in Sydney, Melbourne? I don't know all my Australia geography. Luciana, how have you been? Yeah, I see that, Tina. Melbourne. So how far are you from Melbourne drive-wise? You guys are loved too. You're terrible. What's going on? Oh, Tennessee's pretty, Clem. Woo, 2.5 hours. That'd be a journey. So there's no airport in Echuca. Dusty, dusty roads. Depends how you drive. Yeah, if you're going 90 billion miles an hour. That's right, Luciana. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you're going through all that. Are you safely away from him right now? Light plane only. Oh, so it's personal, private Cessnas type thing. Wow, that'd be a trip. That'd be one of those that I would have to stay more than 2 weeks. That's a long flight. That'd be a long travel. See, we have an airport here that Delta services. But the problem is Delta would fly me all the way to some big city and wait for 6 hours, get on a flight that would fly me to Australia. Or jump somewhere. And you're ended up 40, 50 hours in airports and flight. Ah, 14, wow. It was 18 to Denver from Manila. I'm in Georgia, Clem. Addictive, and they're healthy. Now, Ireland would be close because I'm living on this side of the U.S. and across the Atlantic is only what, 5 hours? But I wonder if we have any flights from the East Coast direct to Australia. That's what I'd have to find out. Wow, Fallen, why are you so hard? See? You're tucked away in a little hideaway. Oh, I wish I had relatives that owned cargo ships and stuff. I wish I was rich. I would ride on a freighter. It'd take a couple weeks to get there. I would love it. Oh my gosh, to be at sea and have Wi-Fi. Hi guys, it's me. Look, we got a storm. Really, Jaden? How long is the flight? Hartford, Connecticut. That's cool. It is, Clem. It's just hot in the summer. That's right. Summer starts tomorrow. So I wonder, do they go to Dublin or to Belfast? Man, I could handle 6 hours. When I went to Hong Kong, baby, from Spokane to San Francisco, waited San Francisco for a couple hours, and then 12 hours across the Pacific from San Fran to HK. Oh, Six Flags was fun. Really, Ann. Hello, Vanessa. Welcome. That's what I want to see, Jaden. I want to stand on the slip where she was built. That would move me. Let's go. Yes. I do. I'm at an age where I got to keep working. But I admit, if I had a pot full of money like $1 million, I would come and visit a few of you, and I'd say we got to do a live. We got to do a live. Middle Tennessee. Whereabouts, Clem? I've been on I-40 from end to end to Tennessee. I came across it in 2019 and back in '86. Well, thank you, Jay. How are you? But back to the subject. Men are supposed to be strong. They're supposed to be, protectors. But when men are threatening other men and trying to make a point, that's not right. Threatening somebody because they do something or dress different or whatever is just stupid. Really, Ann. Jay, where are you from again? Oh, I bet you it's the Olympic, Jaden. Connecticut, okay. Wow, you're having breakfast now? Oklahoma. Really? Since 1951. Qantas, is that, what country owns that, Fallen? They salvaged a lot of stuff from the Olympic. They rebuilt the entire first class dining room in a hotel somewhere. Don't know where, but the entire, and it was very similar to the Titanic's. And they've got it. I believe it's still there. Oklahoma doesn't get as humid as we do, but boy, does it get hot. They can get humidity, especially in tornado weather. I love to talk about fallen angel's eyes. She's got a rare condition called heterochromia, if I'm saying it, or heterochromia, which the eye is many colors. That is a picture of her eye next to her name. That's very cool. These eyes are crying. Where is can't find it. I deleted a bunch of photos today. Absolutely. What is this? I actually deleted your eyeball. Why? It is fallen. They got gators in there. and snakes and birds and turtles and otters and fish. Violet colored eyes. Really? Violet? Now that is cool. So this last week I couldn't even feel that cool air like this. So at least it's working. White Swan Hotel, that's it, Jaden. So is it still there? You're used to the snakes. Yeah, well, girl, you got crocodiles down there. They're even bigger. So, Fallen, what kind of weather? Is it hot and dry in Ichuca? Do they get rains? The vegetation looks very dry in the video. Do they get rain? Do they get very little rain? Aqua colored eyes. How come I got brown? Just any time during the year. What's the overall weather pattern there? You get rain, you get moisture. Is it arid year round? What is it? Little rain, I thought so. I could just tell by looking at the landscape, it's not very green. And Fallen, that's why my yard's so green. I don't use sprinklers. I have no sprinkler system. It's so wet here. It's just green naturally. When you go east of the Mississippi, all you got to do is mow it and trim it. You go west of Mississippi, you got to pump water into it and pump water into it. Oh, you got that red soil. Well, they get cold in Australia in the winter. There's that song by Men at Work, Down by the Sea. Down by the sea, we're rugging up for winter. I think it'd be fun to go to Ireland. I think it'd be fun to go to Australia. I don't like to go to the tourist areas. I have no interest in that. I like to go where the real folks are at. I did it in the Philippines. Hong Kong was fun. It was exciting, but Hong Kong's crazy. It's just wall-to-wall packed people. It's a big city. The traffic's insane, but it was fun. I'm older now. I don't want to be where all the tourists are. I want to go to the backwaters. I want to go to the real Ireland. I want to go sit in a pub. I don't drink. Order a piece of steak or something and just watch people play darts and tell their tales. Vanessa, I don't want to go to England with Starmer. That country's crazy. What's going on? Maybe if I was in the country. Really, it does flood. 120. Woo, baby. Doggone fallen angel come out of her house looking for some hot stuff, baby, this evening. I believe that, Ann. I'm Irish. I like the nickname for it, Erin. It's very green and verdant. Ireland is pretty. I feel like if I went to Ireland, I feel like I could say I came home. The weather's perfect for me. The overcast, the sea air, the coolness that comes. I love it. The Murray floods frequently. Where's the starting point for the Murray? Jaden, that's cool. How long were you there? You know, was it Father Brown? He rode the Titanic from Queenstown, or was it Liverpool, to Ireland on her maiden voyage. Took snapshots all over the ship. And he did a motor trip through Ireland. He took the only last known photographs of the Titanic out at sea. Very cool. It's a good thing he got off. 2 weeks. Wow, that's cool, Jaden. I envy you for the trip. We got huge spiders here, Danola, and they're big. We got these ladder spiders. They build a web and they got a ladder up the middle. Them damn things are... I don't like those at all. I keep my house and property tidy, so I don't see any of that. $2,500 kilometers long. Really, Ann. So you guys got cool names over there. Yeah, well, nobody likes a big spider. Oh, that's bummer, Jaden. But I can see that. Big spiders suck. I'm done going to Southeast Asia. I had my fill of Hong Kong, Philippines. The one thing I can say about Southeast Asia, it's a lot cheaper to go there than it is Europe. And I'll be honest, forgive me if I sound cheap. When I went to the Philippines and Hong Kong, I stayed with somebody. Hello, Mr. LaHaye. Welcome from Canada. Hello, Derry. How are you? Oh, we had centipedes out west. I hate them. They're ugly. I haven't seen them out here. We got ticks, fleas, chiggers, lice, fire ants, mosquitoes, gnats. I mean, everything. Hi, Miss Lorraine Cleland. How are you? And she's up there in Scotland. Man, we got everybody in here. We got Scotland, Ireland, and the UK in here. Maybe God's giving me a sign. Maybe I need to go there. New Zealand, Australia in here. I've heard that sheep. Oh, really, Bob? I don't eat no spiders in my sleep. I did, but I didn't find anything there. Didn't take any pictures. Oh, sheepish. Spiders, no good. No bueno. No bueno with the spiders. Man. Let's see. 1 can of tuna. Tonight I'm going to do other vegetables. Why not? I love it when I mop my floors. I know that sounds silly, ladies, but I'm a clean person. But you know, when you mop, the house just smells fresh. I want to go back in time. I don't want a big house. I want a cottage. I know that sounds strange, but I think a cottage would be perfect for me. Stone cottage. Charming decor inside, and a fireplace when it's cold. Got to have a fireplace. I like a wall with just bookshelves. Hey, Danola, thanks for coming in. Hello, Catsby. I just want you to know I love my group here. I like that everybody's pleasant, everybody gets along. That blesses me. That makes me feel good. Because it's a rough world out there. It's a stupid world. And you guys restore my faith that there's still decent people in the world. And I need that. I just flat out need that. You know, I may have to go to Walmart tomorrow, the other one, because that's stupid. They didn't have my stuff at the other one today. And I did. I took the crapshoot. I thought, well, I'm going to go to the one that's close. That was a mistake. 1 bag of granola, no mac and cheese, no Jamaican jerk food. I eat that on Wednesday when they have the company lunch, because I can heat it in the microwave. I can't eat any of the food they bring. That's kind of funny. I work very hard. I do a lot of work. And the lady goes, gets food, doesn't even try to say, Mike, is there something we can get you? I never say anything. You know, they don't owe me that, but I just thought that was interesting. What is this? A little honey pot. Can you grow vegetables in Scotland? Do you have weather that's copacetic for that? Hey, what are trapdoor spiders? I've heard of them. Out west we had black widows and brown recluse, both poisonous. Hi, pond! Pond! I've heard of trapdoor spiders and the holes. Yes, I remember that vaguely. I don't know if we have them in Colorado or not. I know we got black widows, daddy longlegs, and I believe they have the brown recluse out there. I had to go into the crawl space for the rental house. I used to rent it when I was married, and then when I lived with the couple that owned the property for 7 years, I had to go underneath there and change the furnace filters. And let me tell you, there were spiders and webs all. I don't know, I wasn't afraid. It had a light, I turned on the light, crawled underneath there, changed the filters, and got out. Never got bit, thankfully. Scotland would be lovely. I don't want a modern home. I don't. There's something about the old homes that are just more my cup of tea. They really are. Hey, speaking of Scotland, you know, Mitch Bono and U2's out of Ireland. The UK produced many bands. What rock band or popular rock song was made out of Scotland? Australia's got music. They have Little River Band, Men at Work, Olivia Newton-John. What? I'm sorry, what did you say? I'm trying to read that, Miss Lorraine. You stopped and counted all the legs, Pond. You must be really bored. Yeah, Cleland, I'm going to tell you something. Simple Minds is from Scotland? Really? Pond, that's funny. Counting spider legs. What'd you do today? Counted the legs on spiders? Susan Boyle? I didn't know Simple Minds. Don't you forget about me. I did not know that. What's the weather there right now, Cleland? Is it cool? Is it hot? After a funnel web. Yeah, what is with Australia? You guys got more nasty, venomous, dangerous stuff down there than I think we do. Now that scares me. There's beaches where you cannot walk on them. We got poisonous crabs and who knows what on them. Australia really was. Tie a yellow ribbon round the old tree. Anybody remember that song? That's going back. We got 4 of the top 5 snakes. That's awesome. You guys lead the pack for dangerous stuff. The funnel spider. That just sounds like absolute fun. $61 would feel so good. Two and 3 legs. Pond, did the spider walk like this? Did you watch it? We were so bad as kids. We'd capture a fly and pull the wings off and just watch it go zzz, 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 and walk around. Really? Pond, you actually watched and studied a spider. That's fascinating. I used to do that stuff when I was a kid. I was locked in my room. I'd get bored and stare at things. Then I'd smash it. Say, okay, done watching the spider squish. My mother said when I was little, I took my peanut butter and jelly sandwich in the backyard and put a bunch of snails in between the bread. Maybe that's what's wrong with me. You never see a spider and an octopus greet each other. Now that's funny. Blondie is Scottish? Really? I did not know that. Poor little flies. You know what flies land on, Clella? They land on dog poop, trash, dead things. They deserve to die. They're gross. And then they lay maggots in dead carcasses. Yuck. Yuck. Tie a yellow ribbon round the old tree. Bum 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 ba dum bum 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 ba dum. Debbie Harry? Really? Am I really on the loudspeaker? Oh, yeah. Work it out, ladies. Come on. Get a step. Everybody lift. Everybody push. Pedal those cycles. Come on, everybody. Let's go. Tug in the abs. Tighten up the belly. Tighten up the tummy. Do them tummy tucks. Come on, folks. Let's do it. Let's do it. You can work out with Mike. Woo! That's funny, Avita. Are you serious? Did you really put me on the gym speaker? That is funny. There must be nobody in there. Vile things. Yes, fallen. How many people are in there? That's awesome. All you people at the gym, this is from Mike and Allison in Georgia. Thank you for listening to me. I am strange, but I am sane, and I feel honored. All you beautiful ladies with your nice flat tummies and your strong muscles, my hat is off to you. Absolutely. I'm 60 years old and I'm in shape. I don't go to the gym. I just work hard. And I'm still pulling it. Still pulling it off. There were the senior citizens that would come into the rec center at Wheat Ridge, Colorado, and they'd be in the shallow pool, and there'd be this blonde lady, had to be in her 60s. She put a boombox on the deck of the pool and play the golden oldies. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come around here no more, no more, no more. Are you ready, boots? And you see these old ladies in the pool just doing their simple. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. And one of the men come in and said, Mike, you see all them old ladies working out over there? They playing all that attitude music. Hit the road, Jack. Or take this job and shove it. I said, I know it's funny they're playing all that music. That's awesome, Evita, and welcome. Yeah, they do the water aerobics. I think it's neat to see seniors try to get out and keep it together, you know? I became a regular there on the weekends, and they would ask me, Michael, you can join us. I'm good. I'm not coordinated. I can't do what they do. They got all their little things that they're doing. It's cute to watch. Sweating to the oldies. Wow, Bluetooth to the speaker in the gym. Now that's awesome. Avita, what state are you in again? Why do I keep forgetting this? Pennsylvania, right? I'm trying to keep track of everybody's state. Why is Mick Jagger miraculous? I can't believe he's still going. Oh, you're in Finland, Catsby. Right on. I have to go back home to Florida on Monday. Oh, Ohio. You'd think I'd remember that, Avita. I got a lot of people in this room from Ohio. Mom Rules is from Ohio. Nikki's from Ohio. Lots of people from Ohio in here. 80s, wow. Yeah, Bubba, I'm already there. I'm 60. 60! I never thought I'd be saying I'm 60 years old. When you got his money, you can live long. Yeah, Fallen, I think you're absolutely spot on. Yeah. I even cleaned the toilet today. I'm a man. I cleaned the toilet. When I was married years ago, my wife said, "Oh my gosh, you can eat on Mike's toilet." Not that I want to, but I took that as a compliment. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over me. One of my favorite songs is by the Stray Cats. Black and yellow stray cats sitting on a fence. Ain't got enough dough to pay the rent. I'm flat broke, but I don't care. I strut right by with my tail in the air. I love that cat sass. I never knew that, Vanessa. I never knew you had a strict diet. Michigan native. You know, my favorite place in Michigan is the UP. I have to say, that's God's country up there. I think if I was rich and I was in no hurry to go anywhere, and I had a nice home tucked away, I think living on the south shore of Lake Superior up in the woods up there would be just awesome. I don't know how my life would go with the locals, though. Those are weird little towns up there. It's very different, very cliquish. I don't know if I would do well with that part. I'm a people person, and it's just different up in the north. I love the north. I love the moonlight on the snow. I love it when the moon's out in the Minnesota woods and you feel like it's daytime with the snow. It's just beautiful. But you got to be careful. There's wolves up there. Minnesota's been gaining wolf population. And I will tell you right now, I saw a wolf at the ELC in Ely, Minnesota. I took a group from Osseo, Brooklyn, Minnesota to up there, and when I dropped them off, I went and saw the wolf in a cage. That dang wolf, he was big. I thought, man, if one of those came after me, I'm done. Can you imagine a pack? It's scary. Those things are huge animals. You can climb up a tree, they'll just sit down and wait for you. You better hope somebody knows you're out there. That would scare the stuff out of me. Alone in the woods, and you hear that, that would send a chill straight to the heart. No thanks. I love God's creation, but some of it I don't want to get too close to. Yeah, Miss Lorraine, a real wolf is no joke. You better be armed, really, and you better be a good shot. Because a wolf is not something to play around with. Mountain lions are becoming more aggressive too. I'm hearing more about attacks in Colorado. Mountain lions are pretty good sized cats. A long time ago they used to just avoid us, but as society's encroaching deeper onto their territory, you know, they're getting more bold. I have never seen a mountain lion. I've seen the footprints. My roommate, the guy that was a roommate in Arizona, he came up one Christmas to visit. His sister flew in from Nebraska, and a couple friends we had in high school, we all converged in December at my apartment. I had a penthouse apartment I was renting, and we met, and we went out to breakfast and caught up on old times. And Mark was borrowing his buddy's Toyota truck, and we went up to Bradshaw Mountain at night. He wanted to test out the 4x4, and he stopped to get out and look at something, or turn the locking hubs on, and the headlights were on. I got out of the truck, there was snow on the ground, and I said, "Hey Mark, come here." He goes, "What?" I said, look at this." And right in front of the truck was a set of cat footprints. I said, "We need to go. Those are fresh." He goes, "You don't need to convince me. Get in the truck." We were out of there. There's no doubt in my mind that they were cougar footprints. What's that, Fallen? If someone gets in trouble. Not like they used to. People are jaded. Now you have to worry if you stop, is it a setup? There's a guy in Florida a few months ago. He saw a car crash into the guardrail, saw the door open, a guy leaning out. He stopped to help him. He went over to the car, and the guy got out, jumped on the hood of his, and started beating on the windshield. And oh my gosh, they arrested the man. And if people don't want to get involved, you know, you see a woman broke down, you want to offer her help. You got two things. I don't need no help, nobody stopping for me. Or you got women that they'll ride in your car and they'll knock you out and steal your car. You don't know if you can trust. Very sad. God help us when real trouble comes, right? I know when I took first aid and CPR training, they have a Good Samaritan law that if you render first aid or CPR, you're not liable for a lawsuit if you do what is reasonably within your skill. Like if a car's on fire, guy's trapped in the car, and you pull him out, but in the process he's knocked out, you break his leg or something, you can't get sued because better he got out of the car, not burned to death. It's scary. You gotta wonder, is what I do gonna get me in trouble? I know when I had that big military truck, people said, "Oh, you can pull people's trucks out." I said, absolutely not. That truck would pull the bumper and the differential right out from under their truck. Absolutely not. I'd tell people I'm not doing it unless you got a legal form for me to sign. I'm not responsible for damage. This truck's got enough torque and enough power, it'll rip your truck to pieces. Not gonna do it. No, no, no. I will not move somebody in this house unless I know they're safe. Hey, B Sweet, how are you? Welcome and happy Sunday to you. It's Saturday evening here, but I know it's morning in the Philippines. Did it really, Bob? What was the outcome of that? If somebody tells me this is the law in first aid, if somebody tells me I don't want you to do anything, you have to honor that. Even if the car's on fire, if they tell you, do not pull me out, you can get sued if you go against their wishes. Really fallen. Really, Avita. Wow, priorities, huh? Wow, Bob. Okay, but let's talk about that. Say I go into Circle K and somebody's in front of me with a gun, pulls it out. What am I going to be able to do? Anything I do, if I mess up, I mean, if I'm behind to him and I have this, he's focused on that register, I could just very quietly take this. Get off! Bam! But what if I missed? What if I didn't hit him right? Now I've just created a problem. Woo! We had a nurse here in Connecticut getting off her shift, Yale, that was flagged down by a supposed distressed motorist who then proceeded. Wow. Four main characters, that's crazy. If I'm in a commercial vehicle like a bus or a truck and I see an accident, I do have to either call it in or render reasonable assistance or make a call in. Oh, one thing I know about Australia is they're not cowards down there. If there's a problem, there's Aussie men too that would jump in. They ain't gonna put up with that baloney. You know, Vanessa, I believe in the right to keep and bear arms. But the more people I come up against with the guns, and there seems to be an insecurity there. People are proud of their weapons and like to let everybody know about it. ACDC is from Australia. I did not know that. No, and I know that about your culture. You know, I'm sorry to be critical of my own country. We have some great things, but we have some not so great things either. Americans go overseas and they've garnered a reputation for being rude when in other countries. Yeah, Vanessa, I heard that. Stabbings. Fallen angel, that's because of their piss poor leadership. Starmer's a clown. You need to get rid of these woke boys. That was dull_grunt. You can look on my post. I screenshotted the more milder threat. The others I didn't post because I complained about them. And when you send a complaint of violence, you know, when you hit OK, YouTube removes it off of the comment. I went to his channel. He didn't have much. No face pic. It's a dog with a hoodie on. I said, don't come over to my channel and threaten me. You'll be reporting. He responded on his channel and said, that's fine. He said, if I ever see you in public. He basically made threats to kill me. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to tolerate that. Well, the only thing I'm going to say to everybody here is we don't talk about stuff pertaining to weapons. But I have been counseled and coached by several. And I've talked to a guy at work, and I didn't want to, but it's time to be armed. I didn't want to, but it's time. We can open carry in Georgia. Who's clinging on for dear life? He's a poor excuse. You're talking about Starmer? Starmer's an idiot. He's not a leader. He's an absolute puppet of Satan, and I'd say it to his face. What he's done to England is deplorable. Fallen. That's funny. You know, I've actually gotten used to heat. I have my house temp set at 80 degrees. It keeps my bill lower. My electric bill comes on my phone and it's $100 this month. The high one is usually August. But the air conditioner has not been running properly, so that ate up the bill this month. That caused it to go up. This mac and cheese, tuna, and veggies, that's what you call good stuff. Drumming, this is Georgia. Your AC will never get to 65 here. It'll run and run and run and run. No house is insulated well enough to deal with the humid heat down here. You better have 2-foot thick walls. What costs you on an air conditioning unit for the electric is the compressor. The compressor compresses the refrigerant. That's what makes it cold. The blower system doesn't cost but pennies on the dollar. Your blower that blows the hot from the furnace or the cold from the AC, you run that all day. It's just like running a fan. I've heard of Jekyll Island. I think I'm 130 miles from, I'm not even sure where Jekyll is. What's the other one? Oh, what's the other one that's off of Savannah? I can't remember the name of it now. I'm drawing a blank. Really trash. Where are you at again? Are you really, Clem? You're in the asylum together with the other person. What are you doing in an asylum? Are you visiting? You're from Holland. Journey, we do that sometimes. Avita, I wish you could be with me and we go to dinner. Well, now I can't because I just chowed into mine. FCT, is it fun being in an asylum? I've joked in the U.S. that when I retire, I'm going to retire in a mental health facility because all the idiots have been let loose. Padded cell, get meals 3 times a day, a nurse to check on me. That'd be better than a damn nursing home. Whose eyes are like honey? Now that's cute. I've never heard that. What's drive-by? Another year or so by. You looking for the drum store? Nursing. Oh, you're a nurse in a health facility. Okay. My eyes are like honey. Is that good? I'm sure you're still looking down at the comments. I have to look up at the camera. They do that here, Bob, but I don't do it. I track my electrical usage and I just pay it out. I don't know, Clem, what's happening? Well, thank you, Clem. I wish I had green eyes with my hair. Oh my gosh, Irish green eyes and my freckles. That made me feel so special. Disappear from the tube. What is the tube? Hi, Pond. Pond, you're quietly there. I forgot. Do you really? Oh, let me look at your picture closer. You look pretty. Long hair down past the shoulders. I like that. SC Tensk, what are you? Will you speak out and stop doing coded bullcrap? What are you saying? Are you a troll? Are you an idiot and needs to be sent out of here? What are you saying? I'm not a sports guy, but I tend to get behind the teams that I live, you know, Falcons and Braves. Oh, even better. Wrap that hair around me. Period. FC, heard what before? Why are you in here? State your business. What's your age? You're not making sense. "11 weeks till Michigan football." I had a Michigan Wolverines shirt years ago. You know what, FC? You just sound like you're being a buttosaurus. Goodbye. I don't think you're from Holland. I think you're from Basementville. Population 1. Bree, he wouldn't answer the damn questions. It's like 87 today. Not bad. I was a runner, Bob. I was in track and broke the school record in the 2-mile. Held it for 3 years in Prescott High School, 9:54 2-mile. Yeah, Clem, it's perfect. Wolverine is one of my favorite animals. Have you ever watched a wolverine on a documentary? They're fascinating. British Columbia, they showed a grizzly bear in the woods trying to screw with a wolverine. The bear couldn't touch it. That wolverine would circle that bear and gnash at it. The ferocity of that wolverine was impressive. That bear just finally did one of these. All right, I'm done. I love that. Bye, Grizzly. Come back and see us again. I think a wolverine would tear up the honey badger. Wolverines are big. Clem, I can only play one instrument, the radio. Now, how big is a honey badger and where's their range? We had badgers in Arizona, though I never saw one. I was with the high school, the Prescott Badgers. I can play the piano a little bit by ear. Oh, that'd be cool, Clem. What do you do? I work warehouse. I drove school bus for 20 years. Now I work a warehouse, pulling vehicle parts. Big truck parts. Raisin toast and coffee. Ma'am, your light sounds cool. Ichuka. I thought I heard the woman on the video you sent me say Echika. Ichuka. That's interesting. But you know, we got armadillos down here. I've never had one come in the yard, but a dang possum hangs out back there sometimes. The raccoons like to walk all over my pickup and down the windshield, leave their footprints all over it. Chicken, broccoli, Alfredo, cinnamon. This sounds good. Oh, do we even have any white water in Georgia? Start singing the Doobie Brothers song. Oh, black water, la da 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 da. Garlic bread, No, they don't bother me, you just don't touch them. It's all the hidden dangers in the yard. The sumac. Tina came today to get her mail that piled up here. And I paid her the phone bill because she put me on her phone plan. Every time she adds a line, it drops the rate. So her mom's on it, I'm on it, $35 a month. You can't beat that. Unlimited internet. Tina was a godsend. She's just been a good friend. You want a possum for a pet? Hey, Cinnamon, talk to Colette, who comes in here. She had a opossum climb up on her in New Zealand to get away from the dogs and dug the claws into her legs. She had to go to the hospital. Those claws were huge on that thing. Sourdough with butter and honey. See, I can't have wheat or corn at all, Clem. Wheat and corn are no-nos for me. I know, and I love corn. They just don't love me. Does who look like a tree? Nope. And not gluten intolerance either. Corn and wheat both give me a rash, skin rash. Corn makes me irritable. Oh, what I wouldn't give to have buttered corn on the cob. I'm in the South. I can't even eat grits. Wow, they look at me funny down here. I had a new trainee the other day. He's 28, black guy. Very good worker. I'm very impressed. I said, you know what? Finally, I got somebody working with me that knows how to catch on and works. And he was telling me that I'm very different. I said, you know, I hear that, but what do you mean by that? Well, you talk different, just the way everything about you's so different. I said, well, you know, I'm not from here. He goes, I know, you told me that. I said, do you realize that when I look at this place, this is radically different than anything I've known? He just kind of looked at me and goes, yeah, I guess I never thought of it that way. Well, you need to, because Augusta's weird. I didn't tell him that, but... I'm joking. Grits are used for discipline. Now, when I was a kid, my dad liked grits. And he was not born in the South. He was born in California. We went camping. He'd make grits. And I liked them. They were good. What the hell is that? Bree, you were so close to me and I didn't even get to see you. But you got a boyfriend. You got obligations, and I understand that. Grits is basically hominy. It's a part of the corn that's white. And it's almost like the consistency of like malto meal, cocoa wheats, that really fine grain cereal that's a hot cereal. Grits is like that. What you would call porridge in the UK. Oh, Clem, that would take days. I chased a Filipino over there and got wrapped up in her 4 years and made 3 trips over there, living there a total of 13 months. Love Asian culture. The girl was a fail, but it got me over there and I got to learn about the part of the world that I never even was familiar with. I'll eat anything that's not down. You almost sound like a guy saying that, Avita. That's scary. Not Thailand. I had a friend on Facebook. Facebook dumped my account. They said I violated one of their community standards and pulled the account. I'm like, what did I do this time? I said, you know what? My friends are calling me, Mike, you're not on Facebook. I said, I'm not coming back. I'm sick of Facebook. I'm sick of the metaverse. I'm done. I'm going to YouTube. And if they shut that down, then I'm done. Then I'll truly need to find something to do. Social media censors everything. Masky, that's cool. Experience, Clem. Experience. And a lot of sinning, to be very honest with you. That's right, Bob. Amen, Joe. 100%. Thank you for bringing me back to reality. And thank you, Clem. You know what's cool is it's funny, when I had my old channel, I started that in Spokane, Washington. They didn't have the lives like this. And I would make a video and then upload it. So I never got to interact with people. I never got to meet people. And I love the chat. I love the fact I can meet you guys. Spokane was all right. It was very similar to Augusta in size. It's about 200,000. Augusta and Spokane was about 230, 220. Both these cities have disc golf parks. Both these cities have a lot of crime and a lot of nothing to do. Pardon me for being crude. Towns like this, they're good for getting drunk, masturbating, or getting into trouble. There's just not a lot to do for fun. I go to work. I try to stream twice a day. I hope you'll sub and I hope you'll be back. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I was from California. I hate what's happened to it. When I was a kid, California was the place to grow up. You had the mountains, the ocean, the redwood, the Death Valley, had everything. You had you had Napa Valley and the vineyards. You had fruit orchards. California had it all. And it's been ruined by liberalism. Ruined. Thank you, Clem. Thanks for coming in, and back at you. Bob, I think they have to have a crisis before that happens. The fact they voted in Gavin Newsom twice tells me that they're very, very dumb. Clem, that is her eye. I had a picture of it. I blew it up and I was going to post it, but when I was cleaning out my phone, I need to go in there and look for it. It might be in my trash can. I accidentally deleted it. That's right. That's where I got it from. That's right. Thank you. You sent it to me. That's right. Maskey, I feel the same. I've said on here many times, I'm not trying to be a pessimist, but we're not going to make America great. You listen to the news, watch what goes on every day. There's too many people in this country that are just wrecking balls. They're wrecking balls. That's it. Well, I believe Trump could make a difference. I know he's better than Kamala, but there's things Trump is doing right now I do not agree with. That foolishness in Iraq is one of them. I'm getting kind of tired of listening to people tell me, oh, he needed to do that, he needed to do that. Well, if Trump would read the Bible, Ezekiel 38:39 talks about a Russian-led invasion, which Iran, Turkey, and Muslim countries are all going to conflagrate with Russia and try to annihilate Israel in the last days. So Trump's not going to solve the Iran problem. Iran is backed by Russia and China. And you can say all you want, well, we want to keep them from having nukes. How are you going to do that? Bob, I remember when I lived in Mammoth, I saw a husky with a blue and a brown eye. Huskies are cool dogs. I agree, Maskey. You have huskies, really, in down under. You know, fallen huskies like snow and ice. They truly are made for the winter. Hey, Fallen, do you, I don't know the technical name for it, but do you ever play that Australian mouth harp? That is cool. European, I wouldn't doubt that. Spoiled rotten. So if I went to visit and slept at Fallen's house, I'd have husky fur all over my pants. How do I say that? Giridoo? Yeah, that thing. Yeah, look at what happened in the UK. Especially London. You know, in the 80s, London was still cool. Double-decker buses, ELO, all those hair bands, Duran Duran. You keep it down, that's good. That, what? So you're not allowed, what do you mean? didgeridoo. So you cannot go and buy one of those things and play it. Why is it when we hear that, it just evokes Australia? That would make sense. Now that's weird. That seems like something simple to make. Nobody can make one? Is that illegal there? I mean, what's... Yeah, NATO, good night, Maskey. There's so much political crap with all this stuff. If I was in any leadership in America, and you guys may disagree with me, but I'd make a movement, we kick the United Nations out of our country. Say, get out. This is a sovereign country, and you're not welcome here. You're not going to tell us how to do things. Go. I do not like the UN. I think they're demonic. Oh, it is. So it's not a metal thing. See, you're teaching me something. I'm going to wash my saucepan. My neighbor's on his riding lawnmower. He loves that thing. I did my walk behind mower. It takes me 45 minutes to an hour to do this property. But boys do good exercise. And the grass was thick because of all the rain we've been getting. Literally green all the way up to the edge of the house, which in all the years I lived here, that oak created so much shade the grass wouldn't grow. Now that oak's gone, the grass has taken over the yard, and you know, pretty soon I won't have any more bare spots. I thought it had a metal piece in it. They do, Bob. Folks, I'm going to use the bathroom, and I'm not going to take you in there because we're not going to have a potty, but I need to go potty. I will be back. Enjoy chat. What is elbow is our Kier Starmer. I believe in the right to keep and bear arms, but I'm going to tell you something. If our government was to turn Democrat and they control the House, the Senate, the presidency, I promise you, they will dismantle our way of life. I'm convinced of it. And what are we going to do to stop it? That it finally dawned on me, we've got a system of checks and balances. But if the Democrat Party got total utopian control of this country, they could shred the Constitution because they got all the people they need to do it. That's what scares me. Never dawned on me that we could elect people to office that if they get in control, they could shred everything. Wolves, where do you live? What country? Yeah, that's a bunch of crap. You're not allowed to defend yourself in your house. Who came up with that logic? Who actually thought that that was intelligent? Sweden. Got you. Welcome from Sweden. I love things about the U.S. Wolves, but I don't like certain other things. If I was a multimillionaire, would I stay in the U.S.? That's a damn good question. I would. But I'd look at having a home in another country where if things get poopy, I can leave. Where? I don't know. I'd have to do my research. Burglars shouldn't have any rights. Intruders in your home shouldn't have any rights. Yeah, fallen angel, that's what bothers me. They get into these damn technicalities. You bust into my front door, I'm not the one that should be limited in what I can do. You broke into my house. Bam! That's it. End it. And I don't believe in violence, but you're coming into my house? Game over. You should have thought about that before you busted in. Miss Lorraine's getting under her blankies. What time is there now? What is it, about 11? Almost midnight? And it should, Fallen. Nobody has a right to break in. Why do we coddle these fools? Democrats and liberal people with screwed up brains. Why do they want to protect people that got a bent to break into your house and steal? I don't understand that. Who came up with this? You're breaking into somebody's personal space. Hi, Grease Spot. How are you? Was that in Ohio, Vita? Yeah, Bob. Well, you got to remember, well, now, Scotland, Australia's in their winter now. 5 hours behind, that's right. Two ain't fine as frogs there. Something else that works. Raid wasp spray. You got somebody coming at you, point that can and spray. They get that crap in their eyes, they're done. They were saying that when they had the riots in 2020. They said, carry with you in your car. Problem is, I can't do that in Georgia. It gets so hot the can would explode. But they said, you hit somebody with that, it'll squirt out up to 20 feet out of the can. You get that in the face, you're not going to be thinking about getting a guy. You're going to be thinking about, oh my gosh, it's worse than pepper spray. But yet people walk around with knives and stab people over there. What is wrong with the leadership? It's just like they're putting everything on suicide. Smoking raid, oh man. Get bear spray. What do we got to do? Like that kid on Home Alone? When they come at you, throw a bunch of balls and jacks across the floor. How about spray paint? They can't ban that. They got it in my house. I sprayed them with paint. Paint his eyelids shut. Fly spray. Shoo fly, don't bother me. Shoo fly, don't bother me. Shoo fly, don't bother me. Oh, you're not a fly. I'm so sorry. What is that in your hand? Here, let me take that knife from you. Now go crawl out there. I've seen the tiny bats. They had a bus driver carry one, and I asked her, I had to fix her bus, and I had to pull the driver's seat up, and something fell. I said, what is this? She goes, Mike, if a kid attacks me, I said, you know, if you hit a kid with that, you're in deep poo. But Mike, they don't protect us. I said, I know they don't protect us, but you better not have a weapon. I said, you got something and you're hitting them with it, you're going to be in deep trouble. Somebody just wanted to see you naked, Wolf. That's all that was about. People are such pigs. Oh, we're going to strip you. So they go get their jollies later on. As a lady I dated years ago, you know, people try to build up their spank bank for something they're going to spank over later. Oh, the wankers. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she had a little baby bat. I said, you better not. If management sees that, you're going to get in trouble. Get that thing out of here. Mike, I need it for protection. That was a black woman saying that. Hauling black children here in Augusta. She's afraid of her own kids, her own people. I said we should be allowed to open carry and have a pistol strapped to our waist facing the dry student door. Morning, kids! What's that on your head? Don't worry about it. Go sit down. Behave yourself. Just sit down and enjoy the ride. He got a gun! Bus driver got a gun! Can't do it. CEO Sleazy. Who is that? You know I don't like CEOs, right? and you call yourself CEO sleazy, and you tell me I betrayed you. I don't even know who you are. Dun 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 dun. It's Saturday night, folks. It's time for the clowns to roll on in. Wow, Mrs. T, that sounds good. Why do people come in and just make random dumb comments? Why? Is it a bot? Said it joined 12 years ago. Channel activity. 103 subs, joined 12 years ago. Picture of what looks to be a short hair, trim, average male. That's all I can tell. What? Ruby always comes into the room. What? That's funny. Yeah, Wolf, and unfortunately, it's a gift that keeps on giving. I don't like the violence. I don't like it. Oh, love, most was heaven. I love watching everybody talk about what turns their crank for food. Where? Why? Where were you on the night of the 4th is coming up. Where were you on the night of the 4th in 2025? Witnesses have come forward saying they saw you drag the carcass, you put a sheet over it, dropped it in the harbor, got in a car and left. What were you doing? I wasn't there, man. We have 4 witnesses that stated you were, and they got pictures. Your car, your license plate traced back to you, and pictures of you shoving something off the dock. So what is it? You gonna tell the truth or you gonna lie? Home in my bed or on the recliner? Hey, Greasepot, thanks for coming in. You have a good evening. Couldn't tell you where I was last night. Short-term memory loss, huh? That's convenient. Well, you better tell me where you are because we can track you down. Young lady, you went into the Circle K and bought a pack of cigarettes at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. 3 o'clock, you stopped by the pizzeria and grabbed a personal pan and left. You were spotted going into your residential property. You did not come out until 10 p.m. And then it was observed by one of the street cameras who went down the street towards the docks at the port. It was then reported that 4 witnesses saw you dragging something out of the trunk with a white sheet, and you dragged it on the ground and shoved it into the harbor, and you started your car and left. So if you can't remember what you did, you're going to have to tell me who was driving your car. Oh, now you pull that excuse. Wow, that's classic. I didn't even think of that. She has an alibi. I think it'd be fun to see Fallen Angel. I bet she's a hoot and has a sense of humor. What would it be like staying in her place for 2 weeks? What would it be like? Waking up in a place I've never even heard of. Do you have those kookaburra birds that make the interesting sounds? Well, thank you, Mrs. T. Michael, get up. I fixed Vegemite. She wouldn't have to tell me to get up. I'd be up before she is, even though the time difference. Mike, are you awake already? Yeah. You okay? Yeah, in the US I wake up. I acclimate pretty fast. What are the buggers? That's what I like about you. Who sang that song? Anybody know? There's nothing illegal. Now, I just found out in Richmond County where I live, you cannot have, counting the handle and the blade cannot be 6 inches or more of the knife. If it's under 6 inches, you can carry it. I didn't even know about all this stuff. The guy I work with told me that. I think just about everybody here carries a knife. Cougars and cockies so loud. What are the birds? That's funny, Bob. Kookaburras. Do they bother you? A bear or a wolf? Damn birds. Australia has some unique wildlife. That's what sets it apart. Their trees are different. I had an interest in a lady years ago. We attempted an online romance. That was interesting. She lived in Melbourne. She was a Filipina and very young. But she was I can't remember what college she went to there. But she said, Mike, listen to the kookaburra. And they made very distinct sounds. We had magpies in Colorado, and I will tell you right now, I cannot stand those damn birds. They make all those clicking noises and all that stuff going on. Crazy. Gotta put all my stuff away. Yep, Men at Work got sued over a kookaburra piece of music. Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree. Kookaburra sits. Yep, that really caused a problem with the band. The ones here sing, really? No, the ones in Colorado, they're black and white birds. They're about the size of a crow. And they are noisy. Pain in the butts. Blue jays squawk and make a bunch of racket. All right, what are we going to do here? Put up my stuff. My beads, man. I hang my chain. I exhaust myself sometimes. Oh, I tell you what. It was so hot in Duluth, Minnesota, Wolf, I was sleeping on my back porch. It's an enclosed screen and window back porch. burning hot in the summer and burning cold or freezing cold in the winter. And I had the door open. I was laying, had my bedding on the floor, and it was so hot. I was trying to get some air, and the wind wasn't moving. And I heard something flutter in. I'm like, I could tell by the sound. I'm like, crap, I got to shut the door. A bat just came in. It flew right into my apartment. I didn't know it did. A few days later, I come home. I open the door, turn on the light, and I see this thing go woo, woo, around by the light. I'm like, shoot, there's a bat in here. I went, shut my door. I got the neighbor lady. I said, do you have a broom? She goes, yeah, why? I said, I got a bat in my place. A bat? I said, yeah, I need to knock it down because I'm not dealing with that. And I went back in, turned on the light, and it started that again, and I had to stand there, and I just waited. It whack, knocked it to the floor, grabbed the shovel, opened the back door, threw it. It landed on the ground, but then it took off. I just knocked it enough, but it's gone. Yeah, you don't want to get bit by a bat. Fallen, when it's that hot, Duluth was humid. I didn't even have a fan. Humidity is different heat. 120, I'd wrap a wet towel around my neck. I'd soak my hair. I'll fall asleep. European, they have was it in Pasadena? They have the Arboretum, and they had beautiful peacocks there. Where's the Arboretum? My grandma used to take me there. She lived in San Gabriel. Somebody's thumping the neighborhood. I gotta get that palm tree butt out of there. It's one of my next projects. Wait till fall. I have to pickaxe around it and get it out of there. Arcadia, that's right. That place was cool as a kid. The peacocks were so cool. It's been a long, long, long time since I've been there. Come the 4th of July, it's going to be noisy around here. I should do one of my lives in the backyard. I can just sit in my backyard and watch the free show. It's funny. The folks here, don't have a lot of money, but they'll sure buy a lot of that high grade, loud fireworks. A lot of it. Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree. Yep, down under. They got sued for that. It's a copyright. I hear lawnmowers. Did they have it in Sweden, Wolf? They are, Avita. I like to see a good show, but you got people that, if they shot it off on the 4th, but they shoot it off days before, days after, life goes on, you got to go to work, and you got the neighborhood clowns that decide they're going to shoot off 100 more truckloads for the next 5 days. Oh, the sheriff got new cars. They're white now? Huh. They were all gray, and I just saw a white one now. I can deal with it for the night when they do the big show, but when I go to bed here, I have to put my earplugs in. That helps. Earplugs tune it all out. I took my tiger cat to Arcadia and she wanted to fight the peacock. Really? Wow, Wolf. Yes, Beth, but I'm not going to bed now. It's too early. Somebody's sitting in their minivan playing rap. Stuff sounds so tribalistic. And I'm not being insultory, it's just I cannot stand that stuff. My grandmother, when she was alive, did not like the Chinese. They were taking over San Gabriel. She lived at Roses Road and San Marino, right at the corner. The house should still be there. I think they did a major rework on it, but it was a Cape Cod style, one story. Wolf, are you still in Sweden now? I was wondering if you were going to come in here, Original. I'm going to tell you something. This rascal business got to stop. I'm going to go get a raccoon hat with a tail if you keep calling me that. I'll pull Daniel Boone on you. I have never been to the UK or Europe. Only from you. Only from you, Jillian. Jillian and Michael. What a pair. Batman, that'd be cool. Lawnmowers and music. Tomorrow's the first day of summer. Gnats. You see that? Sure, it'd be cool. Batman, that'd be cool. It's interesting, Wolf. Thanks for coming to the chat here. I like to meet and hear people's stories from other places. It's a window to me and to their world. Look at all the dead ants. That's awesome. All curled up and dead. I committed a mass murder. I don't know why. There was some dirt that got up here. And I went to move with my finger, and I keep my porch clean, and all these fire ants came out, and I said, oh, really? Looks like we need to do an assault and battery. So I did a mass murder with the spray of Raid. It's great fun. I have no mercy for pests. Yeah, now those homes in San Gabriel where my grandmother lived, they were nice. Hers was built in 42. And they used redwood for the studs, and the termites didn't eat that wood. I remember when I was a kid, that house, that was quiet. I'd stay in the front, what used to be the father who adopted me, his old bedroom, and the whole bedroom was knotty pine. I never remember traffic waking me up. Then I went down there in the 90s, stayed in that bedroom, And it was so loud. The cars and the traffic and the noise and the rap. It was like, wow, something has changed. Hi, Irma. You know what time it is? It's time for me to try that lip gloss. Should I try the lip gloss? Should I do it? Should I do it? It's supposed to be pink. Wow. There's actually cold air blowing. I'm so ecstatic. I've been watching the thing all day and it's awesome. It's turning off. Wolf, I'm sorry. That's crazy. I'm sorry you've been through that, and I can't relate because I've never experienced that. I'm sorry. That stuff would affect any of us, especially when you were close to your brother. I'm sorry to hear that. And he was coming out to see you. That's too bad. No, this is lip gloss. I'll show you. I got to see if I can put it on properly. But first, I have to take out the evening trash. Og, I'm glad you're here. What would chat be without that crazy redhead from Ireland? Does something to me, talking to a redheaded girl from Ireland. Now that's awesome. Look at how clean. You see how I do my rows all straight? With my walk behind mower, look at that. They got a little curve to them. I like that. Fallen angels here. I love all of you guys. Irma, everybody. All of you are uniquely different. Everybody has peace in here. I love it. I'm sorry. I think we got a good thing going. Really, Mike? You set the plug down and you're going to walk and forget it. Dirt, dirt, dirt. Why did they get upset with you? That's crazy. My parents that adopted me were abusive too, Wolf. I don't know if you've heard my videos. I won't go all into it here. So I beat that dead horse many times. But, yeah, I didn't have a very good upbringing with the folks. And people in America try to analyze things too much. I do it. I'm guilty as hell. But I function. I pull my big boy pants on and face the day. I created it. Well, did I create it? I didn't create all the unity here. I think this channel just drew good people from all over into it, and that I'm grateful for. Hey, fallen angel, did you leave me without saying goodbye? My brother's a heavy drinker. Wow, that's crazy. See, that's the worst thing parents can do. I agree, Og. Hi, Tans. Og, have you met Tans? She's from the UK. She's a very sweet soul. Wolf, I'm sorry. I mean, you see, your case in point, we move on, but we carry the crap. We carry the crap. Tans, it's good to see you. All right, let me see if I can get some. Get my arm out of this. Anybody want some free, brand new, unworn underwear? For a limited time only, you could have some of Ocean Heart's original, unworn, brand new underwear straight out of the package. He bought it thinking it was one thing, found out it was another, and I'm not going to wear it because it's absolutely stupid. I got to show you this underwear. You've got to see it. No, I'm not going to wear it. I'm not doing that. But I got to show you this. It's just stupid. Absolutely crazy. I'm so lonely, broken angel. This ought to get some views. Let's see if we can do something stupid here. Now, this is not easy to put on. This clasp is the dopiest thing I've ever seen on a guy's necklace. I want you to know there was an African American woman gave me this. I said, really? I'm going to wear a necklace that says I'm king? Look at this. I can take this off, and I have. And the community out here, they love this stuff. I would never feel comfortable wearing in public a thing calling myself a king. But the black guys will. They'll wear this all the time. Isn't that fun? We were all raised in toxic houses. We had to write a book called The Toxic House. Written by Mike Nelson, edited by Avita Wolfstalker, with illustrations provided by everybody else. Hey, Taekwon, how are you? It's not my rap chain. It was given to me. Why would somebody graffiti somebody's grave? I would only wear that as long as I'm carrying. Yeah, exactly. Well, Taekwon, you know what I do? I have a tradition in here, and I know it's a day late and $1 short, but here we go, brother. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Taekwon. Happy birthday to you and many more. How old are you, man? Does it, Avita? Hey, we believe in recognizing people's birth into the world. You're here for a reason. You're important. 28, right on. Enjoy the 20s, man. Enjoy the 20s. If I could go back to an age, I'd pick the 20s. And Mike the Gangster. Work at that. This was given to me by a black woman. I used to work on her bus as a monitor. She gave it to me. She won it for some drawing somewhere, and she goes, I ain't going to wear this. She gave it to me. I said, Miss Moses, I'm not going to wear a necklace that calls me the king. Why not? That look good on you. I said, I'm not the king. Is it teal? No, it's gold with the rhinestones or whatever's in it. Taekwon, I have not seen you in a minute. Good to see you. How's everything going? Absolutely, Tracy. We try to do that. And welcome, Tracy. Taekwon, it was his birthday yesterday, Towns. 28 years young. Elvis. Really? Okay, oh, that did it. She called me King of the Rascals. You know what? I'm going to come to Ireland. I'm going to get you. I'm going to grab you and I'm going to tickle you profusely. And you're going to go, stop it. Nope, I'm not stopping until you stop calling me rascal. Oh, they're right here. Taekwon, check these out. I got the jailer keys at the flea market, man. Look at these. Are these bad or what? These are solid cast iron, dude. The Og's laughing. Were you, Taekwon? These are boss, man. $10. The lady was from Panama. She goes, oh, you would appreciate those. I said, girl, I love oddball stuff. That's perfect. That reminds me of the verse in the Bible. Jesus sets the captives free. He sets us free. When you give your life to Jesus, he sets us free. He got the keys to set us free. They are, Ann. It's fun. Ethan, they're huge. This thing's heavy. It's heavier than my chain. My chain's 3 pounds. They do, Susie. The Little Rascals was a cool show. Hi, Gail. Taekwon, I like original stuff. And last week I found, or 2 weeks ago, I found this. This has become my favorite because, you know, my name is Ocean Heart for the channel. And this was $2. I'm sorry, that was a bargain. And when the sun hits this, oh my gosh, is it pretty. This thing is absolute cool. This was $2. This was free. It was given me by a lady years ago. I found this last year at the flea market. It needs to be dusted off. This is very interesting. If I can get it detangled. I better get Paul Mitchell's products, the detangler. And how in the world? There we go. This is very interesting. But this thing is not easy. I gotta find the clasp. Oh. There we go. You can take the king off, which when I did wear this down to the club, everybody came to me. Dude, I like the chain. The king is not my thing. Taekwon says he wears it if he's got his friend with him. That'd be his weapon. Hey, people steal for stuff like this. This isn't hugely expensive. I have no idea what it's worth. It's okay, but it's not really my style. But it is cool. I do wear it on occasion. Not with the king on it. This here is a girl's one. This thing here is a trip. That's different. Taekwon, you're in Tennessee, right? I don't really like those. I remember seeing those years ago, Dion. That's right, Arizona. You're in Phoenix, right? Thank you, Mark. I'm eccentric, but it works for me. Lydia, how are you? Nope, I'm a full-grown man. I just wear interesting clothing, that's all. Oh my gosh, an alarm clock around my chest. That's funny. Flavor Flav. Hey, Og. Look. Did you really, European? Murphy's or Gatsby's a shampoo? Tans, it's good to see you. How are things going with you? Oh, I envy you, Vita. The Great Lakes is my heart. If I can't have the ocean, give me the lakes. Not these little landlocked things, but the Great Lakes. They're like inland seas. They got to pay me buoy. Taekwon, I'm working on it. It's going to take time to grow this. Absolutely, Tracy. Thank you. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you got to see your boyfriend and your sister. Thank you, Taekwon. Ontario. Hi, Michelle. Diane, I agree. I got a big ring. I'd like to get more of these. These could double up as brass knuckles too. Somebody mess with you and you get some of the kids around here wear them big rings. You get a fist full of that, it's gonna hurt. Michelle, you just woke up. Wow, you must be tired. That poor lady works all night. Really? The Emmett Fitzgerald and you go out to go water skiing. That could be an omen here, man. They're the hands encircling, gripping the ring. This is a $5 flea market find. My sweat is wearing off the fake silver to the copper, but I actually like the copper, so that doesn't bother me. Butternut squash is my favorite. That and acorn squash. It is. It almost reminds me of stuff that Hot Topic used to sell. Wolf, you need to come in here so we can sing to you. No necklaces. I got necklaces, girl. I got all kinds of necklaces. This was given to me by Simone. She had it around her neck at the Soul Bar, and I said, oh, I like that. Here, you can have it. I said, what? I wasn't trying to take it. No, you can wear it. Problem is, it pushes on my Adam's apple. Og, are you still in here? Hot Topic is still in the mall. I got a cool jacket from there years ago. This thing's a little too constricting, especially when it's hot. Then I got a choker collar. What in the world? Come on now. Choker collar, which I like. This is a Hot Topic find from Colorado years ago. No, it's not the same. Is it all Barbie stuff? Come on. I got some cool stuff. I gotta show you something I bought there. This was on a clearance rack. And because it's so hot here, I don't get to wear it that much. But it's cool. Oh, it's in the other room. I gotta go to the other closet. It's in the other closet. I got a cool denim jacket from there for like 20 bucks years ago. This is one of my favorite finds. Denim sleeveless jacket, almost it's the green. Now this was a deal. I love this. I put this on with my chain. I love this thing. This is my favorite. That was a bargain, man. It was on a clearance. Yeah, Taekwon, I like that one. It's better than blue jean because it's denim, but it's green. Hi, Colette. How are you? Barbie stuff. That's crazy. Barbie. I thought we were done with Barbie in the 60s. This was given me by a Korean coworker years ago. I've never even worn it once. I should wear it to church tomorrow. Turquoise. It's interesting. She even gave me a little note that I kept in here. To Michael, I hope you like the cross. I'm sorry it took me so long to get it to you, but I had to find the right kind of cross, but here it is. Amy. That's sad. I haven't even worn it. Bats are horrible. Thank you, Ann. This thing's different. I like it. I don't wear it because it's what I call dainty jewelry. And because she gave it to me, I treat it special by not wearing it because I don't want it to get damaged, if that makes any sense. That's one of the reasons I don't wear it. This was given me by Luna, one of my girlfriends in Hong Kong. This one has survived the test of time and sweat. She got me that when I was living in Hong Kong. I wish I could find more of this stuff. This stuff is cool. Real leather. He got rabies. I think he had to go get a 6-inch needle to the stomach. He bit the head of a bat off, thought it was a rubber one on the stage, and it was live. Yuck. Ugh. It is, Taekwon. How's work going out there, Taekwon? And I'm sure you're enjoying the Arizona heat, which is quite intense. Yeah, Hot Topic was goth. That's why I liked it. I think I've been in there. Last time I was in there was probably within a year. I bought this at the flea market too. I always wanted one of these as a kid and I never had one. This is cool. It's got a little carrying case and it's very sharp. Chinese throwing star. You got to be very careful how you hold that. That's razor sharp. Beveled on the edges. Double side. You throw that at somebody, it's going to go right in their chest. Yeah. Are they really, Colette? They're not here. You can get samurais, all manner of knives, Chinese throwing stars, and nunchucks at the flea market. Sam, and I'm not even sure how you do this. I need to watch a video how you're supposed to fling these. But when I was a kid, you were not supposed to have these at school, but the kids would sneak them in. But it's got the Oriental writing on it. They're illegal, huh? I suppose because they've had a problem with them. Trying to get this back in the case is a talent. Don't want to slice your own hand. 13 months, Michelle. So my resume, I can say for a year out of my life, I lived in a foreign country. But I've been across the border in Canada, which really doesn't count. Tijuana, Mexico. Philippines, Hong Kong, Macau. So 5 countries. What is a shuriken? Paul, where's Paul? I didn't even see him sneak in. Hey, Paul. Og, there you are. I thought you left me and didn't say goodbye. I was going to cry. Oh, yeah, we always called them Chinese throwing stars as kids. So look, Colette, lip gloss. I gotta find out how to put this on. They made this bulletproof packaging. Glossy finish, vitamin E enriched. What are you supposed to eat it? I should have used my Chinese throwing star to cut it open. Boy, they make these things so hard to bust. So what I do is I just cut the edge. This is how people in the United States get injured on the holidays. Did you know that? The biggest trip or day of the year for ER injuries is Christmas Day because of criminal deterrent packaging. So I cut the side off, pop it off, and there you go. What's really scary is the bubble plastic. You can't get the scissors on it, they slip. I'm like, ooh, that stuff should be banned. It's just deadly. Deadly. You know, TJ Maxx is on the other side of town. I was in there last summer. Hi, Briggerette. How are you? So let me see how this works. Has this got a brush on it like my other stuff? Ah, I got to do the mirror. This is really pink. Hey, this is interesting. It's not as pronounced as the Huda, but it pinked it up a little bit. Kiss me, baby. Yeah, Briggerette, I like it. It's cool. I need to find myself a display case with glass so I can put all this stuff where it doesn't get dust on it. And thank you, I like it. But I thought it'd be more brilliant. At first when it comes out, but then it evens out. No swords. I want a real samurai. The ones at the flea market are not impressive. Yeah, I saw that, Colette. Will it be more pink if I do that? You want to go to Chernobyl? Wow. Yeah, they're flimsy too. Really, Wolf. Not supposed to give color so much as gloss. I noticed that. That's the first time I put it on. It's got the little brush applicator. Bob chunked his ceiling, trying to play Obi-Wan Kenobi with a lightsaber in there. Well, I mopped my floors, swept the house up, mopped my floors, bleach mop with hot water. My bedroom smells good. You know, I'm a clean guy, but every so often, you know, after enough time goes by, there's a smell. You can just, it's a trace. And I just tell, I need to mop the floors. And it just cleans the air for so long. Hi, caveman. No, I have weekends off, Brigarette. Where are you from, Brigarette? I'm looking at your photo. I like it. That's the first time I've heard that. I've heard of Bridget, and Bridge is one of our moderators. Really, Dion. Oh, it's Brianna. Okay, Bree. I got you. Alabama, girl. As I sit, you are on my left side. You are straight that way. This wall faces Alabama. This wall faces the Atlantic. That faces whatever's directly north of me in the Great Lakes. And this is straight south to Florida. You're close. Yes, Bree or Brianna. Stalker cross. I was in Huntsville for a week. I dated a Puerto Rican lady from my YouTube channel many years ago. And I went out on my Thanksgiving break when I drove the bus in Colorado. We had that week off and I flew out and spent a week. Beautiful lady. But her mom lived with her. Her mom was bipolar and her mom did not like her having a boyfriend, even though she was 40 something years old. And she told me while I was there, my mother will destroy any relationship that I attempt to have with a guy. I said, well, honey, you're a grown woman. You're going to have to tell her that's not okay. And she goes, Michael, I'm Puerto Rican. My family comes first. And her mom works, but her mom lives with her, doesn't help out with any of the bills or nothing. I'm like, wow. That was interesting. No Bridge or Bria, it cannot. She's a beautiful woman. She was petite, beautiful. New car at our age. Somebody, that's funny. No, none of the gals I dated historically or in my life on any level. None of them. The last one I talked to was Mouse in Hong Kong, probably about 2 years ago. She married somebody in the US, already divorced. Now she's on to another man. She went all over the USA on somebody's money, went over to Europe on somebody's money. It's like, wow. Wow. And she's a woman I dated in Hong Kong. It's funny, when some of them get over here, they go wild. Just wild. Oh, tans. That's terrible. I mean, I understand you. I'm not going to be able to communicate with you. That bothers me. Why only 3 months? Is this British law now? What's the deal? It's so they can track us. That's crazy. See, they want to see what you're doing online. They want to take away your freedom. Diane, I was in Japan for a night on the way to the Philippines in 2018. I stayed at Narita, the Noko Narita Hotel, not too far from the airport. But I didn't do anything because, flew in late afternoon, took the bus to the hotel, ate a nice dinner. Oh, Japanese food is awesome. That hotel was nice too. It was first class. United paid for it. The plane was late leaving Denver and I missed the connecting flight and had to fly out the next day to Manila on Japan Airlines. Now, Japan Airlines is top notch. Their interiors are maroon and red, the carpeting and the seats, beautiful. United, the plane I flew over had crumbs all around the seat posts, dirty. It was a Dreamliner too. I was like, wow, this is crap. And you get all these crusty stewardesses. Japan, Japan Airlines was nice. Their food was way better than United. Yeah, European is sad. How did Europe let this happen to them? Never been to Thailand. I had a Thailand friend for 6 years on Facebook, Kwan Phone. She worked at Cargill, the chicken plant, commuted over an hour on a van to work from her little town outside Bangkok. I do bleach mopping because there's a lot of germs in Georgia. Ringworm is a problem out here. So I know when I bleach mop my floors, it kills anything. It's peace of mind. I've used pine salt. It smells good for half a day, but it's just not as strong as bleach. I know, Vita, isn't that the disgusting hypocrisy of it all? So stupid. You know, I haven't. I would go to what was the name of the restaurant I went to in Hong Kong? It was a Japanese fast food, and they had the beef bowl. Oh, was that good? Oshinoya's. Oshinoya's. The beef bowl was so good. Really? But it's Mr. Clean more expensive than the bleach? Yeah, I'd like to keep in touch too, but how do we do that if you're not online? I'm guilty. I do not write letters anymore because of the internet. Ted, I don't want to dye my hair because it'll ruin it. I heard dye is very hard. Now, if it goes all white on me, I may do that. Blister clean. Blister. Zach. How are you, Zach? Yeah, they do, European. And Tans had told me that. Paul, what are you going to do about that? Are you going to get an ID? Zach, what are you getting poisoned for? To kill bugs? Man, I'm glad they fixed that. Finally feel cool air coming through this house. About Oh, I couldn't believe they were making a big issue about that. That just, you never win with those people. They want to argue racist. Towns, I'm so sorry. Problem is, I don't go to the post office. I mean, it's just, you said 3 months. Are you going to be back in 3 months? Or are they making everybody do it in the next 3 months? Tans, I hope Jesus won't be long in taking us home. Even me, if I lose my freedom, swivel their butts. I want to know why you guys will not stand up, all of you, and say no. Is the government really that big that you guys can't push back? I'm not talking about riots. It's not far, Colette. I just don't go to the post office. I go once a year to pay my taxes because I don't go downtown because I don't have time. They're open during the days that I work. Post office open on a Saturday, and I go by there to drop the tax bill. Because at least if I get it at the post office, I know it'll be get there. I don't leave nothing in my mailbox. Tans, are you still in here? Well, yeah, that's what it is. The Pond is just now saying I love grits. How long ago did we talk about grits? Pond, did you fall asleep on me and you just now woke up to grits? Tans, when are you going off? That's what I need to know. My writing is so terrible, I don't write anymore. I was writing my micro story and I stopped. My penmanship is so horrid. She's on Discord, Colette. Got you, Paul. What is goated? Pond, I just asked the same thing. I don't even know what it means, goated. Oh, greatest of all time, got you. Here, I see people wearing goat shirts, and it means God over all things. There was a girl at work, a transportation, G period, O period, A period, T period. I said, what is that? God over all things. PB&J's in the room. Ringworm is horrible. It's not a worm. Starts out as this little circular rash, and it itches. And tough actin doesn't work. So a lady here told me Blue Star. I'm a clean person. I got it when I worked on the handicap bus. There was a kid who had it all over him, and I had gloves and stuff. Still got it on my arms. Stuff is nasty. The Blue Star gets rid of it, though. Tens, that's crazy. Man, I wish I had enough money. I'll just get you out of there. Kid in gym class. Gross. Hi, Blondie. I'm going to have to do a video talking about that. I just wish I could get it to go viral. I can't believe the UK. That's communism. That's Adolf Hitlerian. That is dictatorial bullcrap. Really, PB&J? I never even heard of it until I moved out here. It was an African American woman who turned me on to it. Yeah, Starmer's an idiot. So, do you guys get to vote the prime minister in, or is that all done by parliament? How does that work? Lord, we pray for the UK. God, we pray that you move your hand against this government, this censorship. I pray for Tan that you put your hand on her. She's such a sweet soul. And Andrew, and her mother, and her family. Pray, God, that you would help her to get through this craziness, that you draw near to her. I pray that you move your hand against this government. God, we just pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Towns, I'm sorry. I don't like that. Starmer is the devil, absolutely. Absolutely. And if I had a trumpet, I'd blow that right in his ear. Absolutely. If you don't, why of all places the UK doing this? Why is it that, I'm going to say it, why is Caucasian society trying to sink our ship? Caucasian leaders gone woke, trying to destroy what we brought to the world, freedom. Hey, they may pull that crap here. I wouldn't be surprised if they pull that crap. You know, YouTube's bogged down with trolls. And what they're going to do is they're going to say, we're going to get rid of the hate and the bad stuff. They're going to couch it that way. We got trolls. It's out of control. So you got to get an ID. Caveman, on my Apple phone, I can click on, I can push the forward on a YouTube video. It opens up the little window. I can send it to Facebook, which I'm not on. Or I can put other and we'll show phone numbers. Or Discord, and I can go into my Discord and send it that way. The Starmer's an idiot. He's a dictator. Colette, thanks for coming in. Have a good day. I'm going to get off soon and hit the hay. I eat a lot of rice too, Dion. It's my favorite. Wow, and I don't understand what they think they have to profit. They're moving humanity into a direction where we can't get together, bounce ideas off, divide and conquer and isolate us. Didn't Australia just pass it that nobody under, is it 16, can be on the social media? Which I agree with that. Yeah, I can do that. Well, I got to ask her, but I will ask her if she wants it. Because I have to do that with anybody. Some people will say, hey, don't do anything without my consent. Yeah, why the police, on the door of every police car in the US it says serve and to protect. Who? Who? The agenda or the people? I'm losing it, folks. Hi, Miss T. It's not just the PDFs. They're coming on my YouTube. they're the ones trolling too. A lot of these kids are a problem. They're disrespectful to us. I'm just tired. I mowed my yard and I worked hard today on my day off, mopped all my floors. Blondie, but I've had minors come on here and be very rude. This channel, Ask Mob rules. Ask people in the beginning of this channel. Some of these kids are, they have no morals. Folks, I'm going to cut out. I hate to cut out the good chat, but you guys have a good evening, day. Thank you for coming. Everybody, please pray. We need to pray because the will of the people is being shattered in the UK. It's sad. Hey, Greg, I didn't even see you in here. Yes, tomorrow again. Good night, everybody. Hit the rascal. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you, OG. Just watch. Tans, I love you. I'm so sorry. That bothers me. You guys have a good night and take care.